Welcome to today's Along These Lines. I'm Tracey White, Utility Services Director for Lexington Utilities, and I'm here today with Melissa Huitron, the Customer Care Manager. Thanks for joining me today, Melissa.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad to be here.
We've talked some internally about that customers come in and they call in, and a lot of times we'll get the same questions. So we thought maybe we'd bring you in today and go over some of those questions so that maybe we could educate our customers and our citizens of some of the answers to those questions and maybe save them a call or coming into our new city center here at 200 North State Street.
I'm so excited to be here and talk about all these things. It's important that our customers understand and know all of the information, different ways to pay, how to get services, and if we can make that easier, that's my main goal.
Absolutely. So let's start with that. Say someone moves to a new residence that is in our service territory. How do they go about becoming a Lexington Utilities customer?
That's a great question. So we have a lot of different ways that they can actually sign up for services. One of those ways is our new portal. You can go online and you can tap on the new application for service and you can fill out the information there. It kind of requests your new address, your name, telephone number, email, driver's license number. It even has a way for you to upload your ID and your lease agreement or property ownership documentation to sign up for that. And then an agent would be in touch with you. If you prefer to do things face-to-face, as many people still do, you can come into City Center and sign up for those services, and an agent will kind of walk you through that process and assist you. You can also do it over the phone, and you can email us.
That's awesome. So you can do it. You can do it on technology if you prefer technology, or you can do it in person if you like coming in.
Absolutely.
That is great. So that a lot of times, if somebody's moving into a rental property, they'll want to know how they go about setting up the inspection, which they have to have, and how they go about paying for it.
Sure. So our business and community development handles the inspections, and they have an awesome portal as well. You would basically go online and search up the inspections. We can give you that information as well via email and over the phone, and it is on our website. And you will go into that portal, create an account. You do have to be the owner of the property. So if you are renting the property, you would need to reach out to your landlord or the owner to get that inspection done for you if it's inside city limits. You will go into the portal, choose that permit, pay that inspection permit fee, and then you will need to schedule it as well. And then if you have any additional questions about the inspections, you can ask us, and it's something that we are not subject matter experts in. We'll get you connected to that specific department to assist.
So am I correct in understanding that the inspection has to be completed before we can move them into the utilities?
That is correct. In some circumstances, if the property has not been vacant for more than 7 days, there may be some different leeways there that inspections would allow. And if it is outside city limits, it only needs an inspection if it's been vacant for 6 months or more. And those inspections outside city limits would actually be done by the county inspections.
That's good information to have right there. So now I'm a customer, and I'm going to use the utilities, and I'm going to get a bill. And I know a lot of people call, and they want to know about when their due date is or how they know what they owe. So can we walk them through the bill just a little bit?
Sure, absolutely. So if you've been a customer of ours for quite some time, you would notice last year we did bulk up our bill print quite a bit. And it's more colorful than it was before.
Has a lot more information.
Has a lot more information on there than it did before. The top of the bill is going to have a lot of information in regards to the amount that it is, when it was billed, when the bill due date is. It even has a message block where we'll put some important messaging just about different things within the utilities or that's going around in the city that we needed to notify our community about. And then as you move on down, it'll show you each utility, the consumption charges. It'll even have graphs off to the left-hand side with data for last year up until now. And then the bottom piece is our favorite part because it's the slip that gives you what's due, if it's past due. It gives you your account number. It has a barcode that you can scan and a QR code that you can utilize as well. You tear that off and you can mail that in with your payment,
Okay, so now they've got their bill, and you talked about two of the ways that they could pay their bill, but I think we have several ways we can pay their bill. You want to tell them a little bit about those?
Absolutely. So we have a lot of different ways you can pay your bill. We wanted to be able to kind of cater to all of our customer base and ensure that we had a lot of different methods available. Starting from the portal, we have the portal itself. You don't even have to have a username and password created. You can use the quick pay option, or you can call over the phone and use the IVR. You can mail in your payment to our P.O. box. You can come to West 2nd Street and drop it off in our nice little drive-up drop box. You don't even have to put a stamp on it, which is amazing because they're very expensive.
They've gone up.
They have gone up quite a bit. You can come into City Center and you can pay at our 2 kiosks in person, or you can have an agent walk you through on how to pay online. You can also go to the through the wall kiosk that is open 24/7, located at City Hall still, and pay there as well.
Those are lots of options, and I do know that, like, for my bills, I get real busy. I'm busy with the kids and things I have going on outside of work, and two of my favorite things and ways to pay my bills are through auto pay and texting. Do we have those options available?
We absolutely do. So auto pay is available. You do have to sign up for the portal, so you will need a username and a password, and you'll need your account number, and all of that can be created through there, and we can assist with that as well. Once you are in that portal and you have that account established, you will go to your wallet and add your preferred payment method, and then you will opt in to do the auto pay, and it will draft on your due date each month. If you do not want to sign up for paperless, you will just click on the paperless tab, and that will have the option for you to sign up for the pay by text as well.
Okay.
You'll just put in your preferred phone number.
I think one of the other things that we get a lot of calls about sometimes is that they signed up for auto pay, but it didn't take their money. So I think one of the things to always remember, and I know it's got me before, is that if you're signing up for auto pay, use your checking account, because if you don't use your checking account, that's fine. We can take your debit card or your credit card, but those expire. You get a new card, and then you have to remember to go in and change the card and the due date, or that will happen to you.
It will absolutely happen, and we do see that quite a bit. And sometimes, we always have, and unfortunately I experienced it myself with some credit card fraud. We had to close our account and get a new debit card until they kind of figured things out, when with identity theft and things like that is a big deal, and we always forget all the things that are tied to that particular card, and so it could decline it because it doesn't exist anymore. But the good thing is the payment vendor that we have will let us know exactly why it didn't draft or exactly why it declined for whatever reason. But we're here to help walk through all of those things as well, because we understand that those can be difficult times too.
That is great. I know we get a lot of questions about due dates and disconnections and when they have to pay by. So can we kind of discuss a little bit about, once I've got my bill, and I know my due date, when those fees kick in? Like, I know we have a 2% late fee, we have a $40 non-payment fee. There's a point in time which they hit a disconnect list. So can we explain that a little bit to all of our customers?
Yeah, sure. So let's say, for instance, your bill generates on the 5th of the month. That means that it's going to come due on the 25th of that same month. As long as you pay that bill on the due date, you will not incur any fees at all.
Or by the due date.
Or by the due date. On or before the due date is fine. You won't incur any fees. If for whatever reason it does pass that due date, that next day after the due date, so that 21st day after the bill is generated, it will incur a 2% late fee. So that would mean 2% of whatever that bill is. Then the non-payment fee hits 10 days after the due date. Once that non-payment fee hits, at any time that account could be disconnected for non-payment, unfortunately.
Okay, so that's something that might be, hard to recall when you're sitting there with your bill. Is there somewhere that it shows that on your bill?
It does. So if you turn your bill over on the back, A lot of times, depending on how many services some of our customers have, because some of our customers have all of our services. Some of their bill may bleed in on the back or need an extra page, but at the back of where the payment remittance stub is, it actually explains that information on there.
Okay, great. So they can go look there, and probably on our website it explains a lot of these things
Yes.
as well. Okay. I know a lot of our customers have said that they may get only paid once a month, like on the 3rd or the last day of the month, or some get paid twice a month.
Yes.
And I know we've been asked, can I change my due date? Do we have that ability here?
We currently do not have that ability. We're always looking at new ways to try to figure that one out, and that's been an ask for quite a long time. The way that currently our systems are set up and the way that our meters are read in cycles, it would not be possible, because there may be some months that if we did do that, they would only have 5 days in their billing cycle or 60 days the next month. So we've not quite found out how to do that just yet, but we're not saying no indefinitely, because we're always looking at new ways to kind of revamp things.
So that maybe, not in the near future, but in the distant future, when we have smart meters, that might be something we can look into.
It may be, yes.
Okay. So you were talking about billing cycles and the way those are set up. So is my billing cycle, is it tied to when I sign up for utilities with Lexington Utilities? Is it tied to where I live in the service area? How do we come up with those?
That's a great question. So billing cycles are tied to your location. So there are 3 separate cycles that we have within our area, and they are tied to the location that you're at.
Okay. So if something happens, unfortunately, sometimes things happen. Someone may get sick. Something may happen with their job. There's just different circumstances. Life happens. So if life happens, then do we have an option for a pay arrangement? And if so, how does our customers go about using those, and what does it accomplish?
Yes, and all of us have been there at one time or another where life happens and we need help. So we do offer 4 pay arrangements a year for all of our customers. We do prefer and recommend that you do call in a little bit before your due date if you know you're not going to be able to make that payment, so that we can discuss those options with you. If you do wait too long after the due date, like when it's going to go up for disconnection, it will no longer be an option for you for that month. Okay. So if you know it's getting close to that due date and you're experiencing some hardships, please call us and we'll work with you the best we can.
Is there a fee to have a pay arrangement? Is there a penalty?
There's not. No, the pay arrangements are free to you. Now, late fees may still incur on the account due to it not being paid by the due date, or if it's a broken pay arrangement. If the pay arrangement is broken, we can't necessarily set up another one to correct it until that balance is paid. But then you can get another one as long as you still have available ones out of the 4 arrangements per year. And we try to do everything that we can to help, those in need. We even offer up some of the assistance organizations that we have throughout our community. There's a lot of assistance out there. We have an organization called DC Connect that provides assistance and kind of connects our customer base to different things in the community to get them assistance and resources. Davidson County Community Action, they have helped out city customers for quite some time, even before I arrived. And then Davidson County Social Services, those are all places. They may have some set criteria that you have to qualify for before they would approve you for assistance, but it's always worth the try.
So if someone does need that assistance, they can call in or come in here and we can put them in contact with those people?
Absolutely, yes. We have their contact information, and we have some brochures and things that we can hand out to you and answer any questions that you may have in regards to that.
Excellent. It's always good to be able to help out in our own community and put people in contact with others who can help them.
It absolutely is, and that's one of the reasons, Tracey, you and I work together to kind of revamp the, whole customer care mentality. We used to be customer service, but we did want to make sure that our customers know that we do truly care about their needs and we want to serve them where they're at. And part of that customer care initiative is that education and ensuring that we've got the resources that we can provide them with.
Absolutely. I think one of the things that sets us apart from other larger privately owned utility companies are that we do work, live, and play in the community that we live in. So we do care about our neighbors.
Yes, absolutely.
So when people move into their home or their new home especially, and they come in and sign up for utilities and tell us when they want to move in, their meter may not be there at that very moment. So when can they expect their meter to be set, and will it be there by the time they need it?
So we work really closely, of course, with all the utilities. So if there is an instance where a meter is not active at that location or it's not in that meter base for whatever reason, when we generate that order to move them into service, it will kick out a meter set service order. Our agents will know that from looking at that location and account if those meters are even there, and most of the time they're there. So in the event that we know that there needs to be a meter set done, we'll usually reach out to that specific department to give them a heads up that they're moving into services, and most of the time it will be there the day that you move in. If not, we will know that ahead of time and let you know it may take an extra day to get that particular service on.
Okay, so we've talked about electric. So what if people what if they are walking around their yard and it seems really wet? Should they let us know that?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
they should absolutely let us know that. There's a few different ways to do that. You can call in. There we have emergency lines for electric, gas, and water, and we absolutely want to know all of those things. Report it as much as you would like, and report it as often as you would like. But we do take those things very seriously, and someone will be out at that location that same day.
And we do that as well with gas. If for any reason you smell gas, by all means give us a call. We'll send people out there.
Yes.
We'll get it checked out. Safety is a huge thing
Yes.
within our utilities, and we are the contact center for our utilities.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that brings another question to mind. I know that that people will call in and say, well, my water bill was really high this month. And can you tell us what might have caused that?
There are a lot of factors. Sometimes in the summertime, people like my husband love to wash cars and pressure wash the house. He does that even in the fall and winter. I don't know why. But sometimes we may leave our water hose on. That could cause it. Sprinklers. Sometimes you don't realize your sprinklers have turned on for the season to water the grass. There could be a leak. So if there's sometimes that you are, you're not at home most of the day, you're just doing normal people things with water, and your bill just seems a little bit higher than normal, please reach out and let us know. We are in the process of changing out meters to the smart meters. So if you do have a smart meter, we can actually pinpoint like the hour that it's going up and down to kind of give you some insight on that. If it's not a smart meter just yet, it will be soon, but we can also still send someone out to check those things.
And if I'm correct, when all the smart meters have been deployed, then the customer will be able to log in and look and see what their water's doing. So if their water bill's high, they can actually see.
Eventually, yes,
Yes.
the customers will have access to be able to view their data and how it's being used. Yes.
That's gonna be good.
Yes, very good.
So now I know our water department is deploying smart meters as we speak, and you may see them around changing out meters. But I know that possibly in the future we may go to that with electric and gas as well.
Mm-hmm.
So when all of this is done and this technology is deployed, then our customers, if I understand correctly, will be able to view and see when their high usage areas are, or maybe what's causing their bills to fluctuate. Is that correct?
Yes, and I think that is the end goal for all of us in customer service and for the utilities, is to be able to provide real-time good data to our customers so that they can learn more about their usage, how they're using it, and just know more about their utilities in general. We're also currently working on a pretty awesome project that actually emails out their bill to them in a video, and will kind of explain some fluctuations on, their usage and temperature changes, which all play factors in, the elevation or reduction in, the utility usages for times of year and, daily, nightly, different types of things.
Right, and for those who are unaware, we already have a nice product on our website, an energy audit for your home, and you can go in and you can fill it out based on your home, the square footage, the kind of appliances you have, whether they're electric, they're gas, how much insulation you have in your home, and it can kind of tell you what things you can tweak or change to help you save on your utility bill. Is that correct?
It is an awesome tool as well. I've used it for myself also, and my kids are teenagers, so they like to leave doors open for a lot longer times than need to, or like just turn on the shower on high heat and then just go find their boombox or music, or clothes, or and it's insane to me. So yes, we are key on all of those things.
I know, Melissa, especially in the last few years since you and I have teamed up in customer care, we are constantly, it seems like to me, implementing and tweaking the top technology that we have. And I know earlier we talked about all of the ways that you can pay your utility bill that we currently have, but if I'm not mistaken, we have some cool new ways that are coming in the near future, such as Tap, Venmo, Apple Pay, different things like that, to be able to have even more ways.
Yes.
Pay on the go.
I am always looking 5 years ahead. And we have a wonderful applications team within Utility Services that helps manage all of those systems. But we are always looking at different ways. So the really awesome thing is that we already have Venmo and PayPal that you can pay your utility bill with. It is an option currently that you can utilize. The tap to pay is in the works. There's a lot of different types of machines that we need. We are still searching for one that can have the capability to do it on our outdoor kiosk. With it, being outdoors, it is exposed to more elements. The indoor kiosk is in the works. We don't have necessarily an ETA on that, but we're hoping very, very soon, especially maybe before the end of next year, we'll have a tap to pay option on those. We are currently working with our vendor to see if there's some additional ways to pay that people can utilize around town. We don't have all the details of that yet, but it is in the works, and we're excited.
So what you're saying is that possibly in the future, when I go to, refill my prescriptions or buy my food or anything else I may be able to go buy, I might be able to pay the utility bill while I'm there.
That is our hopes, yes.
That would be very convenient.
Yes.
Very convenient.
We're always trying to stay ahead of the game, and we're always trying to look for more ways to, give to our customers for convenience. That is our main goal.
I do think that one of the things that people may not realize that we strive for each and every day that we come into work and here to serve our customers is that, we want to meet people where they are, serve people how they want to be served,
yes,
and do everything we can to make their experience with Lexington Utilities as pleasant and helpful as it can be.
Absolutely. And I think, just working with, since the pandemic and, technology's forever changing and, everybody kind of went to online everything for a little while, we've lost that person-to-person contact. And I think more now than ever, people want to be heard, they want to be validated, and they just want to, be treated like the person that they are. And so that's our goal here at Customer Care. We want to treat them like people, validate their concerns and their issues, and see what the best way is that we can assist them.
Well, Melissa, I appreciate you joining me today. I hope that we were able to cover and answer and deal with some of the questions that are out there, some of the things people are wondering about, and maybe hopefully, save them a little time that they're not having to come in or call us to get the information that they need. That was our goal here today.
It was, and thank you so much for having me. And our customers, I just want to thank you all for being our valued customers. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure that if you do have any additional questions for the future that you would like for us to touch on, please send them to us.